Hey folks, rinimt here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail. We have made it to Solution 9 side quests. We're getting there. We have 2 areas left. So let's just get started. Towering Troubles. You are one of Queen Sphne's guests, are you not? I gather that you helped drive the mechanical soldiers from our streets. You have my thanks. As a matter of fact, you might be able to help me. In the wake of the recent disturbance, we've been overwhelmed with aggrieved citizens. I'm steadily working through the backlog of claims, but ideally I'd like to hear from as many citizens as possible, and I'm well aware there are some matters that people are hesitant to broach with an official such as myself. On the other hand, I think they might be inclined to speak frankly with one of the city's saviors. As you can imagine, this is a matter of some urgency, and your help would be much appreciated. Please listen to what the citizens here in Resolution have to say, and remember, nothing is too trivial or trifling. Anything you can glean is of use to me. Oh, it's back there. Rude. That's like all the way back there. Making me go back. Gosh. Alright, it's fine. It's fine. Not like I'm having to rely on sprint or anything to get around. After the attack, I found myself endowed with a small fortune inheritance, apparently. But that begs the question, did someone near and dear to me pass away? I have no recollection whatsoever, finding it all rather unsettling. Yeah? You know what? If you're suddenly like, if someone was like, suddenly like, here's an inheritance, and you didn't remember who it was from, I'd be like, thanks for the money, but why? My soul stock is down to 0 after getting caught up in that damn raid. Those bastards are gonna be down one more time! I'd have been gone for good, and what's being done about all this? Nothing! What's more, I heard the king himself had a hand in that awful mess. I have half a mind to build a city for all those spent souls. That'll show them! Well, the whole soul thing is a whole other dilemma, but hey. You want to hear my story? Well, my workplace was destroyed during the attack, which means I'm out of a job. Times like these are precisely when you need a decent stock of souls, but no job means no credits, and without credits... Please, you've got to find me some work. All this work is just for a single side quest up here. Watch some other side quests come up here, by the way. I would be actually annoyed. But I do know that there is a sightseeing point up here. I actually know of a couple, like 3 we can grab in here while we're here. So I'll probably do that. Did he manage to speak with the citizens? Yes, yes, yes. It also seems that many have been left traumatized in the wake of the attack. It's also been alarming to see how many citizens were subjected to repeated deaths and revivals in such a short space of time. Such accounts are unprecedented. The concerns surrounding souls and employment are understandable too. It goes without saying that our resources are limited, and with the best will in the world, we can't hope to respond to every claim. Nevertheless, it is clear that more must be done to support the citizens through this trying time. Thank you for your assistance. I shall share your reports with my government sector colleagues and get to work on planning our response. I'm staring at it, so I don't forget that this one is here. Because I will forget that it's here. I think I turned off my email log, right? Look out. Resolution. Located in the government sector of Solution 9, this facility is staffed to resolve matters pertaining to welfare and employment. It is also equipped with infusion stations, machines which dispense souls in exchange for credits. Alright. Off to the Nexus Arcade, but we're going to make a quick job change real quick. So I recently put up a thing about, recently-ish, about collectibles. And at that time, I did not have a high enough job to unlock the Dawntrail NPCs. So I have a level 90 job now. Or level 90 crafter. Well, what have we here? I thought I'd know a prominent tradeswoman who passed through Solution 9. Come to sign a contract, I trust? You needn't fuss yourself over the details. The arrangement is blissfully simple. You provide me with product, and I compensate you for said product with scripts. A woman of your expertise must surely recognize such a lucrative offer when they hear one. In truth, it was the Turali who first introduced me to the many conveniences of trade with scripts. A system brought to them by a tradeswoman by the name of Rowena, but that is neither here nor there. You will be well paid for your contributions with scripts, naturally, and your earnings can be in turn used to purchase any of our wares that strike your fancy. So, what do you say? Splendid, simply splendid. And lest you worry, there will be no quotas to speak of. You need only make deliveries when inspiration strikes. Here's to a most beautiful and profitable partnership. I very much look forward to doing business with you. Alright, so that unlocks our script exchange here in Solution 9. So let's get back to doing quests here. Credits where credits are due. I see Her Majesty has registered you as a guest. Welcome to the Nexus Arcade. My job is to inform visitors about the myriad services on offer here in the sector. Speaking of services, how would you feel about a little work experience? Some light labor might give you a sense of how we citizens live. I happen to have just the thing for you, a courier assignment. Rest assured you'll be compensated for your time. Your task is to deliver these supplies to clerk P50910 in resident radius 914. When you get back, I'll hand over your reward and explain how this system of ours works. Okay, that's like down there, so we won't worry about it yet. Time to sprint for the upteenth time because this area is giant and we can't use mounts. Of lightning rings and romance. Would you mind giving me a hand? I'm trying to find my ring. I must have lost trying to escape during the attack. It's a plain band set with a black stone. Nothing fancy, but it's important to me. We've had it in our family for generations. Before the raid, I was doing some shopping in the Nexus Arcade, so I figure it's around here someplace. Thing is, there's too much ground to cover alone. Can I trouble you to search north of the arcade? You'd be doing me a huge favor. I'll keep looking around here. Let me know if you find anything. Oh yeah, that's way back up there. I'm about to change the dancer for running around, but then I'll forget to change. Which I guess isn't the end of the world. Except for the lost experience. Alright, well I guess... Yeah, I can't get up up here, can I? But... It's fine. We can grab this real quick. Nexus Arcade. This complex is filled with a variety of shops selling everything from food and daily necessities to personal vehicles, with which you can't use in here. With so many floors and stores to lose oneself in, it is often jokingly remarked that the Lost Children desk is the busiest place in the entire arcade. Oh, I just want a mount in here. It is way too big. So this is like my biggest problem with Dawntrail, is they're like, look at these big maps. They have nothing in them, but look at them. Aren't they so big? After, you know, like the Shadowbringers maps were good, generally. I think that's like my biggest gripe with Dawntrail is... I had this like, just even back when the game, like the expansion first launched, it was just... The maps felt too big. No luck here, I'm afraid. Did you fare any better? You didn't even move, lady. Oh, this is it. No mistake. Thank you so much. I guess I should tell you a little more about the ring after you went to all that trouble. Hundreds of years ago, there was a terrible war we know as the Storm Surge. One of my ancestors, a scientist, had it made as an engagement ring. The little black stone? That's raw electrope ore. Apparently they snuck a small chunk out of the laboratory they were working at to use for the ring. Back then, electrope ore was worth a small fortune. A gesture like that would have been a surefire way to anyone's heart, well, according to my mother at least. Of course, these days, electrope is more readily attainable, and without any circuits printed on it, a gem like this is nothing more than a bit of lightning aspect of rock. Still, every time I look at it, I can't help but wonder what about my ancestors and the lives they led. I suppose I'll never find out whether the ring was enough to send sparks flying, or if they were wed when all was said and done. Thanks again for your help. I'll try and be more careful next time I'm playing murderous mechanical soldiers. Yeah. As we know, if you're fleeing murderous mechanical soldiers, you ought to be careful. Warrior of Light, Wrangler of Cats. Ah, there you are. Have you seen a black cat nearby? She's wearing a red collar with a big bell attached. We got separated during the upheaval the other day, but I spotted her in the area not too long ago. I tried to tell her there was nothing to be afraid of, but now she doesn't seem convinced. Meow. Did you hear that? Is that you, my precious little fuzzy wuzzy? Oh, don't toy with me like that. To make up for that cruel joke, I think you should help search for her. If I leave it any longer, I fear she'll get a taste of for freedom and never come back. I'm sure you'll be able to coax her back, though. Please, your assistance would mean the world to me. Before you set off, there's something you should know. My little fuzzy wuzzy simply adores being chased. When you find her, be sure to play along and tire her out. She'll settle down soon enough. Anyway, I suggest you head to the plaza and take a look around. That's the 8th right. Down there? Okay. And like I said, 3 points to pick up here. An Usher's Lament. I think I recognize you. You risked life and limb to protect us when Zorolja and his forces attacked. I'm almost hesitant to bring it up, but I have a favor to ask. I'm an Usher. You see, yawning. I tend to citizens on the verge of death and collect the bodies of those whose soul supply has run dry. The other day, I was transporting the body of an elderly man to the processing facility. Ever since then, try as I might, I just can't shake the image of his face from my mind. What's worse, I still don't know what drove me to it. I stole one of his keepsakes, this tiny metal trinket. It's engraved with the name Travertine, but I have no idea what purpose it served to begin with. I'm dying to know the story behind it, though. Can I ask you to investigate? Ideally, I do this all myself, but it's probably best I don't go around asking about the trinket I stole. Anyway, starting your search here at Mosaic might be a good idea. The proprietor is something of a collector of mementos and knickknacks. See what she has to say. Yes. Welcome, what can I get for you? So you really wish to find out the story behind this little trinket? Well, given its shape, size, and inscription, I'd say you've got yourself a bottle tag. This sort of thing you see at bars and the like, making out which bottle belongs to who. Fortunately for you, Everkeep is home to dozens of drinking establishments. Figuring out where the tag was being used may take some time. Ah, I might have spoken too soon. If you catch it in the right light, you can just make out what appears to be a tankard filled to the brim with pebbles on the back of the tag. Which leaves only one possibility. This is from the bar called the Neon Stein. They've been serving thirsty patrons on True View for years now. Could be worth a visit. Okay, well that's over there. Let's grab this real quick. Mosaic. This popular cafe has found the solution of Nine's commerce sector. The races of Alexandria are named after stones, and calling the shop Mosaic was an acknowledgement of the colorful work of art that is created when the people gather here. How may I be of assistance? I have some supplies for you. I decided to do this first before I go for the cat. Inspecting contents. Authentication tag confirmed. Acknowledging receipt of residential radius supplies. Thank you for your service. Please consult with your client to receive compensation. A black cat sporting a fetching red color eyes you warily. This must be the missing cat you've been asked to track down. She seems to have identified you as a worthy playmate. You might be able to catch her if you tire her out. Although you get the impression of the cat, the impression the cat has near limitless energy reserves, you resolve to give chase. Tire the cat out and then get close enough to swoop in and make your catch. And stop getting chased by leaving the area. You may try again by surveying the designated location. This is very rude. Where are you going? That way? Too far away from your quarry, and I don't have sprint now. Wow. You know, be cool. Cat is still brimming with energy. I'm not. My sprint's gone. This almost does feel like it'd be easier on Dancer. But they probably, I mean, I'm sure they saw through that, right? Being able to, like, Peloton and dash. I am not too far away. Oh my gosh. This is certainly a quest. Seems the cat is not ready to give up yet. Meow. Oh. I got it. Cool. Just mash that O, like, ah, or circle. 0. Problem child solution 9. Hey miss, do you have a moment? My mom's gone missing. She's kind of careless and not too used to the city. I figure she's gotten lost. Anyway, I need some help to look for her, which is where you come in. If you can spare the time, just let me know. Yay, you're the best! I wasn't making much headway. The sentry saw kids wandering around without an adult in tow. I think Ma would have headed back to the entrance of the city. I mean, I told her, if you get lost, make your way back to where you started. In other words, we need to head for the scanning port 9. I'm sure we'll find her in no time. Wayward Child's now accompanying you. Cool. Well, I'm gonna grab this other quest on the way, so... Oh, it's not even on the way. It's like this quest is on the way to the other quest. Got it. Good to know. Oh, there's a person here. Or an NPC. Does not look like Mom. Wow, they have Give Me That Nutrizap! Ma's always drinking this stuff, but she never lets me try. According to her, I don't need any more energy, but she has a can practically every day. I bet it tastes incredible. Say, miss, why don't you buy one and you'll let me have a sip? Just a tiny one, please. Are you sure it's the kind of thing children should be drinking? Anything amiss? Helping to track down this boy's mother, are you? I see. Good thing he ran into such a kindly sort. Ah, how about I give you this? Unopened and bought just moments ago. A can of Give Me That Nutrizap. For me? Really? Thank you. You're more than welcome. There's just one condition. Make sure you ask your mother's permission before you try. Give Me That Nutrizap is an energy drink specially formulated to keep your digestive system in tip-top shape. It's perfectly safe for youngsters to drink, so you needn't worry on that front. By the way, it might be worth your while dropping by Leandra's shop in the information center. I hear she has a knack for remembering facts. Which is... Okay, that's that one. Where am I going? What the heck? Well, I'm grabbing this quest. Rousing Mr. Robot. Wake up, Mr. Robot! Please wake up! Sorry about my son. As you can see, he's completely devastated. His favorite park warden has malfunctioned. Someone must have put this unit out of action during the raid. No doubt it tried to turn its weapon on the very people it once kept safe. As an engineer, I'd like to see the automaton restored, but military-grade components are tough to come by. Come to think of it, there's a junk shop on Trueview that may well stock the necessary parts, although the less said about how they source their inventory, the better. I could go myself, but given my line of work, I'd rather not take the risk. Yeah, would you be willing to go in my stead? My son would be thrilled if we can get this unit back up and running. I'll make sure it's worth your while. Here, this should cover the cost of the parts. No, it's like actually just right here, okay. I couldn't tell, like, on the map, because we're on top of each other. I'm gonna go to the talkie point before I go to the actual point here. Advertisement panel. Look, look! It's the Airwheeler A9! That's the latest air gadget! The wheels turn to wings and it goes flying off into the sky. It's amazing! The ones they use for fighting have a bunch of different weapons. Wing blades, shot cannons, all sorts. You can even get little toy versions. I'd love to ride one someday, but the robot soldiers are pretty much the only ones allowed to, apparently. Lucky machines. Ah yes, Leander. You think that's Leander? Ah, you're one of Her Majesty's esteemed guests. How might I assist you and your young companion? So you're looking for this young man's mother, and you wish to know if I've spotted her. Well, I'm sure you can appreciate that we get a fair amount of foot traffic through here. Perhaps you could start by describing what she looks like? That might help jog my memory. Well, she has long hair. She's dressed in blue. What else? Ah, she makes those sweets you've got on the shelf on that shelf behind you. The angel snacks? I believe those are manufactured in the production facility on the 7th level. I wager that's where your mother works. I'm sure you're already aware, but XIV is comprised of 12 levels, each fulfilling a different purpose. There are sectors for food production, machinery manufacture, and much more besides. Ah, look at me getting sidetracked. I saw a woman matching your description heading toward the government sector a little while earlier. Dare say you'll catch her if you leave now. Out. I do you remember she looked rather unsettled, which makes sense in hindsight, having heard your story. There's a civic advisory facility in the government sector. Perhaps she headed there to inform them of the situation. Thanks for the information, mister. Oh, come on. I'm warping to the Aetherite. Can't stop me. Won't stop me. The Lenode. I don't think Mom would have used the Lenode. They have these on the other levels too, but you need Queen's permission to use them. We have use the elevator instead. I guess you do too, right? Huh? Her Majesty lets you use the Lenode? Whoa, you must be really important. Yeah, that's me. Miss Important. You got me. Oh yes. Concerned mother. To the east, turn the quest, and head for the east. Maybe. Is that how I want to do it? Maybe I'll just head for the east. Because I have quests on the east that are going to go to the west, so. Ah, there you are. I've been looking all over for you. Ma, so you were heading for the government sector. We were about to go and look for you there. We? Who's this newfound friend of yours? She's been helping me look for you, Ma. Together we figured out where you might be headed. See, no doubt you had your hands full with this one. Thank you for your patience and for being so thoughtful. As for you, young man, dashing around the city on your own like that, did you even stop to consider how worried I'd be? Honestly, miss, before you showed up, I was starting to get scared. It was such a relief when I spotted you. Thanks so much for helping me find my ma. Thanks again for everything you've done. It isn't much, but I couldn't let you wander off without giving you this. I hope you enjoy your time here in the city. Just don't go getting lost like a certain young man and his mother. Ahem. Alright, yeah, we'll go east. And then, because quests on the east do go to the west that I have already, right? So, makes sense. I guess? Oh! Hi, Aaronville! I've reached out to a few of my childhood acquaintances, but as we suspected, only those without regulars have any recollection of Morning Queen's theme. I see. Did not expect you to find him here. I'm like, sure. We meet again. Yep, this is one of our bottle tags. Don't recall any regulars who went by Travertine though, which implies their memories are no longer with us. Hold on a moment. Ah, here it is. This bottle's already been paid for, so go on, you have it. Just make sure you deliver the message that came with it, okay? Okay. Oh, it's out there. Okay. Like, a quest marker is like right there. But it's all the way around. It's not actually right there, is it? It's in here? Yeah. Looking for sentry parts, you better have the coin. I reckon this will just about cover it. Not sure what you're planning on, given recent events and all, but I've been paid. Nothing to be gained by prying, eh? Alright. Let's get around and about. So do that, and up. A fitting send-off. I lost a close friend of mine in that raid on the city. I know it's a lot to ask, but do you mind helping me give him a proper send-off? I saw you weren't wearing a regulator. Figured you'd understand what I'm going through. It feels like everyone else has already forgotten all about him. I'm planning on packing a bunch of his belongings and a bottle of his favorite vintage in a box, then burying the whole lot in the cemetery in Heritage Found. If you're up to the task, I'd have you source a bottle of Alexandrian wine for me. Your best bet is to speak with the owner of the Neon Stein. Once you've got the goods, come meet me by the entrance to the city. Oh, I was just there. So much for my little brilliant plan of going around. Game said, no. Where is this? There you are. True View Blues. Oh, come to check up on me, have you? I appreciate your concern. As you can probably tell, I'm feeling a little out of sorts. Shall I fetch a healer for you? Oh no, there's no need for that. I have a condition, you see. It makes me numb and lethargic from time to time. Nothing a little rest won't put right, though. Trouble is, when I get like this, I'm in no state to work. I hate to presume, but would you be willing to lend a hand? I'm one of the cleaners in charge of True View. I was then getting ready to collect the last of the refuse sacks and call it a day when my condition flared up. I'd be ever so grateful if you could finish my rounds for me. Oh, goodness me. Fine, we'll grab this one. That's right here. And further south. There's so much junk around here. Down all the way here. What the heck is going on back there? A bunch of Lalafell debt collectors. Got it. And number 3, as I was just about to select it and go. Alright. Wait, it's not the end of the quest? Oy vey. Wait, There's more people there now. Some delinquents. And thugs. There you are. These fellows have... Our old pal here is feeling under the weather. Can't finish his work, so he offers to pay us generously, I might add, to get the job done. In other words, ain't got no need for the likes of you. Go on, piss off. There's clearly nothing more than the brazen attempt at extortion. Turn the full force of your doubt on the leering delinquent. Doubt. Let me get it straight. You're the one our old pal here has to help out. Huh. What a little shite. Hold on a moment. This lass looks like she's seen a fair few scrapes. Wait, don't tell me they're a bloody hunter! Okay, I need to actually screenshot that one. A hunter? Sod this for a lark. I'd rather keep my head. Phew, I dread to think what would have happened if you hadn't showed up. Am I right to assume you finished collecting the refuse sacks for me? Yes. Excellent. I'll take care of these. I must say, refuse collection, civic protection, you're a woman of many talents. You have my gratitude. This sector isn't exactly the safest in the city. Shakedowns and racketeering are unfortunately rather commonplace, like I saw in the back alley. Usually I try to leave as soon as I finish my rounds, but today my luck ran out and I had one of my turns. This condition is caused by sensitivity to lightning energy. I hear the worst affected are all but bedbound by paralysis, so perhaps I should count myself lucky that my symptoms are relatively mild. But enough about that. Thanks to you, I feel more or less back to my usual self. To think that I run into someone as virtuous as you on True View. Hello again. I am back. After I bottled Alexandrian wine, are you? Afraid we don't serve that here. Not the sort of thing the regulars go for. Heard it's perfectly drinkable, though. White wine made right here in Everkeep, if you could believe it. Anyway, never had cause to stock the stuff. How about you try your luck at the Nexus Arcade? Can't get near enough anything there if you know who to ask. That's all the way over there! Fine, I'll go do this other quest then. It's our buddy, the Corn Servant. Tasteful Memories. Good to see you, my friend. I hope you have been well. I, for one, couldn't be better. Is this place not absolutely splendid? A far cry from any other town I've visited thus far. The silence of their bellies is practically deafening. My ear can hear not a single soul in need of nourishment. Might you be willing to help this old cob find their way about the place? Perhaps together we can find someone in need of corn. I knew I could count on you. If you have any preparations to make, pray take your time. I shall remain here, ready and waiting. Well, I don't want to run back here, so... Are you ready, my friend? Surely there's at least one soul here that seeks fulfillment. I'm, like, over-clicking today. Wherever they may be, I'm sure we can find them together. The Corn Servant is now following you. Alright. Okay, this is fine. We will... Hello, Nashu. Speak with this disgruntled Hayun. Can you go back in here? Oh, come on. That's like perfect. I mean, yes, RP spot, but... Am I hungry? No, not at all. The solution that was recently attacked, the production facility remains intact to supply us with all the food we could ask for. I can hear not a growl nor a rumble coming from this one's belly. Perhaps we should look elsewhere. Hello? Am I feeling peckish? That's a rather curious thing to ask about. The only thing I'm worrying about is nursing this injury from the recent attack. Food is the least of my concerns. So the twinge of pain I felt from her was an injury, not hunger. Hello. Do I look hungry to you? No, I don't need food, but I could certainly do with a drink. What I want to do for an energy drink right about now, just one that could easily keep working all day. We were close, but not quite right. Let's keep searching. Right. Oh my gosh, all the way down there. Oi. Oh look, it's one of my favorite G-post spots in Solution 9. You want to know if I'm feeling hungry? I suppose you could say I do. A strange thing to say in a place like this, where most, if not all, of our needs are easily met. I wouldn't normally ask this of someone I don't know, but might I speak candidly about something? It's not every day someone takes an interest in my problems. I'm not sure why, but recently I haven't been able to taste anything no matter what I eat. Because of that, I've been gradually losing interest in food. I realize I have to eat for the sake of my health, but now it's become a chore I'd rather avoid altogether. How terrible! A life without flavor is no life at all. But how am I to help her? I've got it! First, I grind corn into powder, work it into a dough, then use heat to make thin shells. Then we mix together several ingredients, layer them into shells, and there! The most tantalizing of tacos. Surely this will reawaken our taste buds. You've prepared something for me? But I told you, I'm not really in the mood. This dish was cooked by the great corn servant. The corn servant? I have no idea what you're talking about. It's meant to be something special. Alright, let's have it. It really has an interesting smell. Oh, that was incredible! I can't remember when last I've had anything so delicious. There was someone who used to make these for me when I was younger, I think. It was their specialty. I wish I could remember who, but I'm afraid that memory is lost to me. Like as not, they're in the cloud now. Something tells me they were quite near and dear to my heart, but it's all a blank now. I'm not sad about it, but I do feel a strange, lingering sense of loss. It's hard to explain. The feeling grew over time, and before I knew it, my sense of taste was gone. But this food, the texture, the smell, the taste, it takes me back to my youth. Thank you, traveler. I've been reminded of something very precious that would have remained lost if not for you. I promise to do better about eating from now on. And thank you, little corncob. Your cooking was simply divine. When all hope seemed lost, corn has prevailed once again! It was immediately shocking to discover that even in a world where no one goes hungry, there could be such terrible discontent. But with a little corn and know-how, we rekindle the memories of happier times in hers. It does my cob good to see all go to plan. What's more, she was able to see me! Through the power of corn and happiness, no doubt. I've seen a great deal on my travels thus far and helped no few people find satiation, but there is still much of Tyrol I've yet to see and more bellies in need of nourishment. Wish you well, my friend. May your belly ever be full and your days filled with happiness. And with that, we pick up. I'm just running around with a cat in my pocket. The corn servant minion. So now we can take him wherever we want. Alright, how am I gonna do this? Let's go Information Center and deal with this robot. Did you get a hold of those parts? Yes. Much obliged. Right, let's see what I can do. Oh, cutscene. Well, it's back up and running, after a fashion. Shame about its communication matrix, though. I suppose there's only so much you can achieve with a quick fix. At least it's standing up now. Come on, Mr. Robot, snap out of it. Do you have any ideas? View the rousing words, give a channel pat on the back. I prescribe a good wallop delivered with precision to the side of its head. And damage it even further? No. We need a more peaceable solution. Why don't you try to psych it up? Psych. Rebooting. System reboot complete. We sentries are here to maintain peace and order in this sector. Citizens are requested to report any suspicious persons or unidentified objects immediately. Please enjoy the park facilities at your leisure. Honestly, I'm surprised that worked. Precisely why it had such an effect bears further investigation. But for now, at least, everything is as it should be. Still, it gives you pause for a thought, doesn't it? For my son, that sentry is a dependable peacekeeping park warden. But in the wrong hands, its cohort can be tools of great evil. Sadly, Zoroljal's attack on the city proved that point all too well. I just hope that the unit we just fixed continues to keep the peace. It's a shame we can't even take that for granted anymore. Did you find the story behind that little trinket? Doop. A bottle tag, you say? And these were behind the bar. And an open bottle and... Ah, what's this? This card is made out to me, but... Between your name day and your new job, there is much to celebrate as I pen these words. No matter our circumstances, it is a solitary path we walk at the end. Know that it fills me with pride to see you tend to the dying with such patience and care. Of course, Travertine. Who's my father? That explains why his face haunted me so. To tell you the truth, ever since Zoroljal's raid on the city, the work I do has left me feeling empty. And all those bodies, all those lives, I had to usher on their way. But knowing that my father was proud of me changes everything. Besides, being an usher, I was able to give him the send-off he deserved. I appreciate you taking the time to do all this for him. I'm sure you don't have that much to spare. I think I'm ready to find meaning in my work again. And for that, I have you to thank just as much as my father. Farewell. Alright, let's go not have a cat in our pocket anymore. How did you fare? Did you find her? Yes, please take her out of my pocket. A little fuzzy wuzzy! Back at last. You must have given her quite the chase. She looks about ready for a cat nap. Honestly, it's a relief to see her unharmed and healthy. I'm from Tyrol originally, but I was stranded here after the barrier went up. It was this little scamp's grandma that helped me through those dark days after I realized I'd be unable to return home. Indeed, I don't know where I'd be without all of my precious little fuzzy wuzzies. Thank you so much for your help. Hello, shopkeep. Alexandrian wine. Yes, we have several bottles in stock. I should warn you, it comes at a premium. Pleasure doing business with you. Here. Okay, that's right. That's at the entrance now. Let's go speak with the concierge. I just received a delivery notification from clerk P50910. Excellent work. As promised, let me give you a brief explanation of how we do things here. And where better to start than with the remuneration. Alexandrians are awarded credits for their labor. These credits can be redeemed for a range of commodities, including spare souls, which are especially sought after. You'll find some citizens taking on dangerous or highly specialized work to earn even more credits and thereby furnish their needs. When it comes to delivery work, risky commissions that require couriers to venture outside Everkeep offer greater compensation. On the other hand, simpler, safer tasks undertaken within the confines of the city, much like the one you were so capably handled, are rewarded accordingly. Now, seeing as you aren't registered in the citizen database, I'm afraid I can't provide you with credits, but hopefully this will suffice. Anyway, that brings my explanation to an end. In case you were wondering, I'm just as much a part of the system as any other Aldern's Alexandria. So you'll have to excuse me, those credits won't earn themselves. Alright, one last quest to turn in. Please, I'm begging you, let me use Mountain Solution 9. There's so much space to cover. But let's go turn in this last quest, and then we are done here. There you are. I've just about managed to gather up all of his belongings. Any luck finding the wine? Appreciate you going through all that trouble. This was his favorite tipple. Me and him, we came from completely different backgrounds, but none of that mattered. 30 years ago, I was going through a rough patch. Everything was changing right before my eyes, and he stuck with me through it all. There was one thing we didn't agree on, though. Regulators. He never gave up trying to make me wear one of the damn things, but when I die, I want to go naturally, you know, back to the land and all that. So in the end, getting killed over and over again during the attack whittled his soul stock down to 0. Look, if people want to keep on wearing the regulators, I won't try and stop them, but it just isn't for me. As it stands, I'm pretty much the only one left who remembers the poor bastard. I may get the funeral rites wrong. I mean, I'm sure his kind have their own way of doing things, but he'll just have to make do. Anyway, I'm off to Heritage Found. Thanks again for helping me out. I owe you one. And the map is clear, which means we have one zone to go, and it shouldn't be nearly as bad, because there's only 4 quests there. So, we will do Living Memory next time. So, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider tossing a like, comment, subscribe, maybe click the bell for notifications. Also be sure to check out the description below. Various links, social media, Discord, come hang out, get notifications there as well. And until next time, this is rinimt signing out.